said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And he must have felt like there were 15 guys on defense, and he dodged a bunch of them in the backfield, but still knocked down for a loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him.
He's got it down the left side. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Wants to fire on second down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds a man on the left. Turning it on! Powers through. He's at the tip. Touchdown, Wolverine! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt.
Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. No good. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, all the talk this week. Let's find out how things are playing out in this top 5 duel. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to TCU. This could easily be a preview of the playoff, and we promise to keep you posted throughout. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Throws to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll run the toss. Makes it past the marker. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got
some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Riggs. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
13. And that's good enough for a first down.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, and it will bring up a fourth down and decision time. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on fourth and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Tigers! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Now on first down from the 28. Leaves it with the back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. It'll be third and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Parks it out of the air. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Still running at the 40, and he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT. Might
be looking to run. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Johnson. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he can go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Running to Green. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy.
Breaks into the open. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Touré. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
As they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. will dive into the playbook here on offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Riggs.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never...
Let's see what they've got on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
At the 35-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The play action fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. Running free. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
It's so difficult when you're running a pass play, but really it becomes a run because he can do that. The quarterback can scramble around. Receivers are running down the field. I got to cover him and run down the field. Now I got to come try to catch this guy who's flying downhill so fast. The angles don't work. He's too athletic. That's why you get a big gain.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their defense.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the right. Complete on the comeback. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Working the middle. There he goes. Past the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense out onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Under fire. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Riggs. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So here comes the Michigan offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football. Breaks into the open on the left. The 20. Touchdown, Wolverine. They take the lead with the 6.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
LSU 20.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Going right to work up top. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw. But with his speed, he makes it so difficult.
He's going to fire deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. You're sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that time.
They'll try to get it through the air. He's got him. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it inside the 15. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to Johnson. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Here's the handoff. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Quarterback will keep it. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on fourth down.
And listen, we know this QB wants to take all. Fourth down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Makes the quick grab. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Complete to the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The give to the lone running back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football.
Turning it on! Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Michigan! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating.
Makes the catch on the left. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the
strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, LSU!
And the big play starts with the protection up front. This takes a long time to develop. He's going to start all the way on the right side, run all the way across the field, so you got to have protection. He hangs in there, throws the football perfectly. The big play, the big touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Going to the running game. Showing off the line. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows.
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Slams it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he added the extra point.
LSU, 28.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. The shoot, quick toss to the right. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got it looking for a first. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. He'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
He wants a big play here late. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field.
He's going to let it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing it.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog.
Gonna take a shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do